Hey, what's up? Brent from Brenspeed. I got a video for you today. A lot of the questions when you call in are, I have an 07 to 10 Mustang with a Vortech or Paxton. I want to run a Ford performance manifold, or I already have the Ford performance manifold. I'm putting the supercharger on and the manifold does not fit. So I'm just going to show you right now. George is going to help me exactly what you do. So a couple things. The only thing you're going to need to go buy are these two washers right here. You're going to need two washers. The size of these washers, to make it simple, they're exact same size as a quarter. So go get yourself a couple washers size of a quarter. And then let's just go down here, Doug, show what's happening. So this is your stock crossover with the stock thermostat. Vortech and Paxton give you this spacer. And the point of the spacer is we need to rotate this thermostat housing just a little bit to clear the supercharger. You still need to rotate this housing, but you're not going to use this spacer in the end. So if you already have this on your car, you're going to take it off. And if you are installing your supercharger, you're only going to use this for a minute to see exactly how you clock this. So you're going to take out the two bolts right here. They're 8mm. You're going to take this housing off. You have the spacer that you put on, and the spacer basically would bolt to this. I think it's a 1/4 inch Allen bolts. They're holding that on. Then you put your thermostat housing on it, just like it would go. It uses new holes. But at this point, you're not going to install it like this. We're going to mark this housing. We're going to modify it. We'll show you how to do it. And then you're going to be done with this spacer. So George here, why don't you show them how you mark this?
All right, so you want to make a line from the factory crossover up onto the spacer in the housing. Try to make it as straight as possible. Then you're going to remove the factory housing. Going to remove the spacer, and then you'll line up your marks. And then from the top side with your marks lined up, you can kind of see where the original holes were if you look down in there. So we're going to mark on each side of the original hole, and then the material that's left in between those marks you're going to want to take off.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back, we're going to mod this. You can see what it looks like when you're done. The whole point of doing what we're doing is your holes do not line up anymore. So we're going to trim those off. That'll allow us to get to the hole. That's when our washer is going to come into play. We'll show you that in a second. So let's go mod it and get it on. All right, George is going to cut this with a die grinder. Now you can do in your garage, you may not have one of these. I mean, honestly, you could cut this with probably like a hacksaw or anything you can come up with to cut this, do it. But I'm just going to show you how we do it, and then we'll go put it on. You can see how it fits. So let her rip. All right, that's what it looks like. And now you're gonna see why you made that line on the side of it earlier. So literally you just set it back on here, but you're not quite sure what orientation to do. That's when that line comes into play. So you're gonna put your lines, you're gonna mark those back up. You're gonna put that washer that you bought on the bolt. And the reason you have the washer is because you remove some of the tab, and that's what's gonna apply enough pressure to hold this into place so you don't have any leaks. And that's it. You tighten it down and you're ready to rock. So that's how you run the Ford Performance Manifold on your 07 to 10 Mustang when you're running a Vortech or Paxton supercharger. Hope that helped. Thanks.